You know, by now you're probably used to me starting with, "Hey there, gang." But today, that phrase has a lot more meaning than it usually does. Let's play some head games. Friends, opponents, welcome to Head Games. Today we are back in the Brawl arena with the namesake character of a couple of sets ago, and by that of course I mean we are playing Aang at the Crossroads from Avatar The Last Airbender from last winter. So I have this deck in paper, and again I'm still trying to get through my paper commander decks in Brawl to see if they're doing well. I was really pleasantly surprised with how well this deck did. I didn't actually have to change that many cards out. There are a couple of things not available in Arena yet for this deck, but I was able to sub them out for a couple of other choices, and I'm really pleased with those choices so far. So Aang is a 3/3 with flying. When it enters, look at the top 5, put a creature with mana value 4 or less onto the battlefield. There's only one other creature in the deck that doesn't fit that qualifier, and it's Tatyova, which is just a value engine, and you'll see why it's in the deck once you see all the other pieces of it. But Aang can hit literally other creature in the deck. So the idea here is for 5 mana, you're getting a 3/3 flyer and another creature from your deck, and best case scenario, that creature is going to blink Aang, increase the number of triggers that Aang gets, be a copy of Aang, or just generally be a good value card to keep our opponent in check and allow them to overwhelm them with value. So down here in the 1-drop spot, we were actually running Momo because this is, remarkably, it can get big if you are blinking a lot of your flying creatures and actually be something of a threat, but it also makes Aang cost 1 less. So it really ends up being ramp that is also just an effective way to get pitch damage in early in the game. You'll see in the 1-drop spot we're also playing a lot of the regular removal spells, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares, but we've also got Essence, Flux, and Ephemerate as 1-mana spells that blink our creatures. Our commander is always a good target for blink, and so are a lot of the other things that we're playing. Most of the other 1-drops are Ramp, Bird of Paradise, Delighted Halfling, Kami of Bamboo Groves. In the 2-drop spot, we will start to see the utility of the deck, where we have stuff that bounces, like Airbender's Ascension, which does a really good teleportation circle impression after a couple of activations. Charming Prince blinks, Philia blinks, Imperial City of Arcades is a Wall of Omens, so it draws a card on enter. Parting Gust is removal that has the secondary opportunity to blink, so it's really a versatile card. Dour Port Mage draws us cards, Fibblethip draws cards, Badger Mole is ramp. You're starting to see the pattern, right? We've got lots of enters abilities. Gallagreeters can gain us life, get us treasures, get bigger itself. It's almost always doing the first 2 though. Obviously Heroic Intervention to protect our stuff, as well as Dovin's Veto. Doc Orlock creates an infinite combo with Aang Swift Savior and Appa a Steadfast Guardian. If you know the combo, it's a standard combo, so you may have seen it before. In the 3-drop spot, more of the same. Things that blink, things that deal with our opponent's stuff, and things that ramp us. So very notable in the 3-drop spot, Reflector Mage is fantastic in a commander format, because if you hit their commander, they can't cast it on their next turn, no matter what. Soul Herder blinks with creature on every end step, which is just really backbreaking once we've got our engine going. Knight of Autumn is kind of a Swiss Army knife as far as enters abilities go. In the 4-drop spot, we've got Wrath of God and Avatar's Wrath as ways to clear our opponent's board, and then a bunch of 4-mana spells that are just incredibly valuable. Starfield Vocalist doubling triggers, Spark Double being another copy of our commander. Thassa is a fantastic hit with Aang because it's going to be very difficult for our opponent to deal with this spell, and it's going to blink something on every end step. And our old friend Panharmonicon to top it off, doubling the enters triggers. The land base, nothing should surprise you here. This is really just a smooth Bant land base without a lot of utility in it, because I didn't want to mess things up today. So that is the deck. Cast Aang at the Crossroads, get lots of value, overwhelm our opponents with blink triggers. Everybody hates to play against it. Before we head over into the gameplay, I'd like to invite everybody, as always, if you would, so kindly, like, subscribe, leave some comments down below, tell all your friends about the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Let's play some head games. Alright, gang. We are out here playing Aang at the Crossroads in Brawl. This is one of my paper decks. This is probably fine. Wall of Omens is our turn 2 play. We don't have any ramp, but I think that that's okay. Whenever opponent discards a card, exile it from their graveyard with a stash counter. During your turn, you may play cards you don't own. Yeah, I'm not particularly scared of 2-mana Tiny Bones. Although, okay, Tiny Bones joins up. What are we discarding? It's probably this, right? Haha, I can cast it for... I can't, though. Alright, we'll play a forest and we'll get Wall of Omens down. Don't love that. It's not really giving us anything to do. Here's Tiny Bones. Everybody's milling cards. Just us. Okay. So... I think that that's probably fine. Let's go ahead and get Jill down. Really, we're just slowing them down at this point. That's all. We're just slowing them down. Recast your commander. Hypnotic Spectre. Alright, we'll play Spara's Headquarters tapped. And we will play Reflector Mage. Then you can put that back in your hand. And I will attack with Jill. See, this is... We probably need to have more of this in the deck. We need more 3-mana bounce your creature spells. Sacrifices a creature of their choice or discards a card. Yeah, Imperial City of Arcades has done its job. Okay. I think we... probably play Momo here and we attack for 4. We're gonna be we're gonna play around them a little bit here. I know there's a Oh. Yeah, we can sacrifice another creature. We'll sacrifice Jill. Interesting. Barter and Blood makes me sacrifice both of our creatures. Yeah, that's fine. What does this do? Exile the Saga, then return it. Okay. High Fae Trickster on your end step. We will play a land for turn and attack for 4. We're going to pass. Because now we can cast Aang at instant speed. Alright, let's go. What are you doing? Wow. That... I don't understand that choice at all. Okay. Eternal Witness? We'll get... Chameleon back? Let's start with Chameleon. Charming Prince. Exiling Chameleon. Aang gets in for 3. I think we just let this resolve at this point. Vazin comes back. Interesting. That doesn't really get us anywhere here. So I think we have to take the land. I mean, they probably have a board wipe here, which makes us very sad. Emperor of Bones. Liliana of the Dark Realms.
Every death is an opportunity to
look at that. I love this skin. I like this is I love the squirrel here. Okay, so our Emperor of Bones. I have no idea what this card does. Do we just take it? Do you do something when you deal damage to me? No, that's fine. Is that a non-bow? Our opponent is done. That's okay. Didn't feel like we won, more like they lost. Game 2 with our friend Aang at the Crossroads against Angel Tribal over here. 2 cheapest removal spells in the deck in hand, and really not a whole heck of a lot else to do. This does slow them down pretty intensely. So I'm ambivalent here. This is a little tough because the hand doesn't do anything other than remove their first 2 threats. I think I'm not going to keep this. Okay, so we're not fully punished here, but we can keep this one. We'll play Balaged Recovery face down. We will play our second land as Beseiju, play Newfound Adventure, and get Spara's headquarters. There is Giada. Okay. I'm going to play Katara here because it's the maximum upside. If our opponent removes Katara, they remove Katara. Like, it is really the maximum upside here if they don't. Iron Crag and removal. We'll get lost. Thank you for your thank you for the things. Okay. I think that this is trickier now because our opponent ramped and we are going to miss a land drop. So unless I do something about it, I'm going to miss a land drop here. I don't think we can leave up Aang. I don't think that that's right. I'm going to play Dour Port Mage. I'm going to activate these maps and hopefully hit lands. Oh, I can't put Orlok in the graveyard. It's part of the combo. I can get it back. Dour Port Mage. That is a land. Okay. Now we're on to it. Opponent attacks for 2. Big Angel. 5 mana, 6 mana. What do we got? Angel of Vitality starts at a 5/5. Okay. Whenever one or more other creatures you control leave the battlefield without dying, draw a card. Okay. This is harder than it looks. They've got an Air Force now, and I've got to do something about it. Aang definitely does something about it. But I mean, I really kind of feel like we came here to play Aang at the Crossroads, and that's what we're going to do. Yeah, we'll Skyclave Apparition. This. No tax. Nah, I don't feel great about it, but I also don't feel bad. We're not just dead on board. Okay. So your creature's indestructible, but I can still block it. Okay. Okay. We're going to copy Aang. Keep the original. We will put in Ether Channeler. We'll put the 7/7 back in your hand. I think I hold Aang. So I can attack with the Dowerport Mage, although it does allow me to bounce things. Okay, no attacks. Okay, baby. Aang's a 4/4 now, and it's very mad. Look at how mad our boy is. Oh, Gisela is interesting. You got it. You're not gonna do that, right? Okay. Do I just take 5 here? Yeah, it's fine. I'll just take 5. So I think I want to cast Aang Swift Savior on my end step. And I'm going to airbend my own Aang. That's going to draw me a card. I don't want it in the command zone. See? Now we'll cast Aang for 2. We'll get a Glass Pull Mimic. We will copy Skyclave Apparition and get rid of Gisela. We'll play our land for turn. We will play a Rampant Growth. I don't think it matters. I actually have enough to flip the other Aang, so let's get in with this one. Yeah. Oh, I probably shouldn't have attacked with that now that I'm thinking about it, because yeah, I could have transformed. Oh, I would have had to tap Aang to do it. It's okay. It's okay. These high-pressure Brawl games. Oh, look, they're under 25 life now, so Angel of Vitality is smaller. Archangel of Thune is very good. Very good. Okay, Dowerport Mage bounces Aang. Okay. Aang again. Charming Prince. We will exile Aang. We will not put it in the command zone. Eerie Interlude is pretty amazing here. So I think I'm going to put Witch Enchanter in as a land, and we'll just have that enter tapped. And then I will go to combat and make no attacks. Aang comes back. Oh boy. I want all of these. Okay, Formidable Speaker. I actually am really close to the infinite combo, so I can toss Imperial City of Arcades and get Appa. I'm very close to the infinite combo. And I think if they can't counter what I'm about to do. So this is going to brutalize their board. Righteous Valkyrie is amazing. Siege of Dominaria. Okay, Eerie Interlude. Return those cards on the end step. So I'm going to take some beats here. Okay. Yep. I am going to block both. And then we'll cast Eerie Interlude. And we're going to bounce everything that's not the Dowerport Mage. The power of Eerie Interlude. Revealed. A Oh, that's enough. Done. Game 3, Aang at the Crossroads versus Massacre Girl, known killer. This is interesting. So Massacre Girl is probably bad for us, but I think that this is fine. I really like Airbender Ascension. Nezumi Prowler gives itself lifelink. That's very cool. Let's cast Airbender Ascension and airbend that. That's Tiny Bones Pickpocket, and Nezumi Prowler puts the counters on itself. We will cast Fibblethip the Lost. We'll play our land for turn and be very sad that we did not draw another land. Massacre Girl, known killer. I just take it this turn? Yeah. Needed a land, baby. Needed a land. Needed a land real bad. Not good. Not good at all. Okay. So Jill slows them down a turn. I am not blocking. Okay. If they don't have 1 mana removal, I think we just need to draw a land. It's very sad for us. No tax. Jill's back. Bounce Massacre Girl again. Airbender Ascension is at capacity. Massacre Girl again. Opponent gets in with the swings. We are once again not blocking. I'll take that land now, please and thank you. That's fine. We don't like the cards in our hand, so take whatever you want. Yeah. That was the correct play. Okay, Arcane Signet. Wall of Blossoms. We'll get in for 3 with Flicker Wisp. Airbender Ascension blinks Jill. Bounce Massacre Girl. This deck is annoying to play against, isn't it? Massacre Girl. I think I take out the Prowler now. Yep. Okay, they drew some extra cards, but we actually are, I think we're advantaged here. Play the Flibblethip. Do it. Well, because I have Starfield Vocalist, so I can Starfield Vocalist and do a bunch of other noise. Oh no, Jill's gone! Okay. Abandoned Air Temple. Alright, I'm trying to map out here. Can I do 3 things? So if I Starfield Vocalist and then Badger Mole, I only have one land left, so I can't do a third thing other than perhaps Heroic Intervention. I think I play Aang here. Aang gets Formidable Speaker. Formidable Speaker pitches High Fae Trickster and gets Appa. We get in for 3. Blink Formidable Speaker. Pitch Starfield Vocalist. I actually am going to go... I'm going to do something a little bit different and get Reflector Mage. How are we doing? That's fine. Okay. Okay. That's good. Ooh. Yeah, I think we may have overestimated our ability here. That's fine. Okay. Reflector Mage. Yeah, you can definitely put Sheoldred back in your hand. Charming Prince. Exiling Reflector Mage. We will earthbend this mountain. That's not a mountain, Tim. That is an island. So we'll get in with Aang and with Flicker Wisp. Reflector Mage comes back and gets rid of Massacre Girl. We're not in a good position here. Gix. We will block both of your creatures. And then board wipe. Obliterator. Okay. So. Alright. Let's... Oh, they don't even want to play it out? Come on. I would like to have played that out. I have lost track. I think we are on game 4. Aang at the Crossroads against Raphalos, Llanowar Emissary. So this is Elf Ball, which is really strong. We do have Path in our opener and Avatar's Wrath, so 100% keeping this. I wish it wasn't Path. I wish it was Swords. Giving them the land for Raphalos. Okay. I like that. Boards. Command tower on 2. Pass the turn. Raphalos? I have no idea. Raphalos? Good. Oh, I did that wrong. I should have let the spell resolve first. Oh my gosh. I did it wrong. I could have ruined their Worldly Tutor. That was incorrect. So I need another land. Interesting. Okay. I don't really know what to do with that information. Okay. Okay. What do you got? Yeah, you can have a tapped fish. We will play our land for turn and play Avatar's Wrath. Oh. Submit 0. Blow away everything. Slow you down. Oracle of Moldaya. Beautiful. Is that Genesis Wave? The big green mana is pretty amazing. Recast birds. You got it. Oh, sapling nursery is very good. Okay. I mean, we can't win from here, but we're gonna have fun. Okay, so Glasspool Mimic goes again. Yeah, we're actually going to take Ether Channeler here. We'll put the nursery back in their hand. This probably doesn't slow them down enough to do what I need it to, but we're going to do it anyway. I mean, what's crazy is that they still are going so fast ramp-wise that I cannot keep up with them. I've seen this mono green list before. You just got forests out. Gosh, that is fascinating. Okay, Flicker Wisp is on end step, and so is Charming Prince. I don't love that. So they don't yet have enough to... we can hold Knight of Autumn for the Sapling Nursery. We're actually not in the worst position. I just really need to remove Primetime, and I'm not sure that I can. Beginning of combat, Earthbend 2. Yeah. So I could Spark Double here, but then I don't get to do anything else. Okay. So we will Earthbend this island. Attack for 4. Bounce out Aang. And Flicker Wisp doesn't even have Flash. Okay, we're not putting it back in the command zone. So here we can create the loop. I don't think that returning either of those things does something significant, so I'm actually going to bounce Charming Prince, which is going to seem a little strange. Okay, Aang gets Restoration Angel, which bounces him again. Comes right back. Gets Eternal Witness, which I guess gets Path. I don't know. Is it good enough? It doesn't seem like it. Because these tree folk have reach, right? That's going to make it very hard for me to win through that. I kind of feel like I need the infinite combo. Yep, here's Sapperly Nursery. The Earth King. Very cool. Make a bear. Bird of Paradise. They're going all in. Primetime gets in. Yep. So I have the opportunity to destroy Primetime here, and I think that I probably take it. I need to put, like, 1, 2, 3, 4... So he can't destroy all 3 creatures. He gets to pick which one that I save. I am going to triple block this. Because it continues to get them an enormous amount of value over time. I need to deal with it. So I don't really care which two they decide to remove. Okay. Yep. So I actually don't want Aang to flip, but... Oh, good. It's not going to. Trigger, trigger. Okay. We will play our land for turn. We will play Knight of Autumn. We will destroy the nursery. We will make no attacks, and we will just end the turn. What does this do? When you cast a spell, gain control of all creatures target player controls. Oh. Yeah. Well, so we lose. We don't actually lose. Yeah. Well, they've got enough to cast Emrakul here, and I think we just lose there. Yeah. Good game, I guess. You cast Emrakul. Bye. I believe this is Game 5 versus Raph and Mikey Troublemakers, which is a kind of evergreen deck we've seen a lot in this format. I think this is fine. I have like all the good interaction early on and a card draw critter. So if we draw another green source, we get Topiary Stomper. So do I take the 2 and play Temple Garden untap? There's a part of me that's like, I don't think that I do. Because really, we're holding up swords and Parting Gust for... You know, for Raph and Mikey, right? Wow, Bird of Paradise was a good draw. I think we play Bird here. Yeah, I think that's right. Arcane Signet for our opponent. Follow-up play? Look at that. Cool. Wish we drew a land. That would be nice. Topiary Stomper gonna get us a Plains. 5 mana for our opponent. 6. Iron Crag. That's 7. Okay. Can we... Yeah. I think we hold up both. Nah. Oh, wow. I really want to play Fabro Elder, but I have to hold up the removal spell. Feels bad, but it is correct. Here we go. Raph and Mikey. Swords to Plowshares. You have a protection spell? Are you that good? Come on. This deck is so consistent. That is so brutal. That is so brutal. I cannot believe that they had it. This is so brutal. Good game. Every time. I lose to this deck all the time. Okay, game 6 against Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. This is neat. I've never seen this deck. I've never seen this deck, period. Also, have not seen it on Brawl. Okay, very slow hand against something where I have no idea what we're doing. Temple of Malice, scries one for our opponent. They leave it on the top. I will play a Plains. So Sun Petal Grove enters untapped, and Topiary Stomper can get us something. Okay. So, fairly certain Rumor Gatherer just draws a removal spell and doesn't... You want to play Rumor Gatherer with something. So, do we get an island here so that we have two... We have 3 white available already and 2 green? I think we do. I think we get an island so that we have 2 blue available. Now we get to see what our opponent is doing. 3 mana for our opponent. We will play this here land and Thassa Deep Dwelling. You gonna remove our Topiary Stomper? You should. You got it. Kuja for our opponent. Wow. Okay. Lush Portico. I don't think it matters. I think I'm going to bin that. Okay, so I have a couple of really cool options here. I can Appa on there. I mean, I could do this right now. And then Flicker Wisp. And then Flicker Wisp hits the Topiary Stomper, and I get it back on my end step. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to get my Topiary Stomper back. Boop. I'd like that back, please. You want to hit my Flicker Wisp with another removal spell? You got it. So Thassa does not have a target. Topiary Stomper comes back. We're going to get a forest this time. Look who's a 4/4. Love that. Okay, so I don't actually know exactly how Kuja works. Wow, there was no stick there. Okay, beginning of your end step. Okay. There was no stick. I like really want to play Aang now. I think it's correct. Now there's stick. What is it? You absolute nerd. I cannot believe that. Boy, that feels bad. All right, we're getting in for 4. Topiary Stomper gets the Thassa trigger. We are by no means out of this. We have a lot of incremental value here. Let's get another blue. Draw a card. Cold Steel Heart does us the damage. Skewer the Critics does us the damage and kills the Dour Port Mage. Another wizard. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. 3 for Aether Channeler. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna play the we're gonna do this a little slow. We're gonna bounce your token. Get in for 4. And I think we're going to pass. We're going to hold up Appa here. Yeah, we like the Ether Channeler. We're going to keep that. Trigger Topiary, or Thassa Topiary Stomper. It comes back, gets us a land. I mean, they're not out of the game, but we have an enormous amount of advantage here. That's it. This deck just outvalues most mid-range piles. Alright, folks. Game 7 against Soren of House Markov. One thing I will say about today that I'm very happy with is the amount of diversity in the decks that I have played against. We didn't play against a single repeat. Listen, I see Raph and Mikey a fair amount, but I'm just not upset at that. So the problem with this hand is that it doesn't do anything. Not really. I'm gonna mulligan this. This is better. This ramps on 2 into Wrath on 3. We keep this. Meticulous Archive on 1. Keeps a land on top. Tap land for our opponent. Command Tower on 2 into Farseek. Getting Sparrow's headquarters. I just always get the Triome whenever I can with that spell. Soren of House Markov.
A proper noble requires a proper feast.
Okay. So I'm going to play Flood Farm Verge. I'm going to play Momo. And I'm going to play Katara. I'm very curious to see what this Soren deck can do. Essence Channeler. And they extorted. I think I just take this. They gained 1 life. So I can kill Soren here, but it kill. You know what? No. I can kill Soren here, and it kills. And they trade with Momo. I have the land for Aang. It's fine. That's correct. Sure, Essence Channeler gets a counter. I play Hallowed Fountain, and play Aang, which triggers twice. Let's see how ridiculous we can get. Glasspool Mimic, copying Aang, keep the original. Jill, oh, this is so brutal. Soul Herder, oh, it's so brutal. Fabro Elder. Attack with Katara. This is absolutely nuts. Oh, what a way to end it. Wow. All right, friends, opponents, how did we do with Aang at the Crossroads in Brawl? I am incredibly impressed with how well this deck did. We lost games to decks that were very well tuned and that just kind of ran us over. I wasn't keeping track of the record, to be perfectly honest. I think we actually landed at 5-2 after 7 games, and the games that we lost, our opponent, like against the mono green deck, against the Raph and Mikey deck, those decks just really did exactly what they were trying to do. We even removed Raphalos several times and our opponents still beat us. But in the games that we won, what we saw is that your opponents don't like playing against this kind of interaction where you're playing something like Reflector Mage and then blinking at every turn, because you're just halting everything that they're doing. And this really reminds me how powerful this strategy can be under the right circumstances, and here we saw it today. There's definitely some changes I would make to this now that I played it on the Brawl ladder. I do think that there's some ways that we could streamline this a little bit. Up in the 5 mana spot, like, I'm sure that I can find another 4 mana way to deal with what our opponent's doing. Like, why is this Time Wipe and not River's Rebuke? Right? River's Rebuke is just really brutal in Brawl. For 1 more mana, we're just getting a one-sided board wipe. Cyclonic Rift exists in the format, although I don't know that we'll ever get to that much mana. Tatyova, it's just too expensive. It shouldn't be in this list in a 1v1 format. This is a commander card, and Tim, this guy, Jet, needs to stop playing it, because I don't, this is a card that doesn't translate to this format. At least, I don't really think that it does. And there are other interactive things down in the 1 and 2 drop drop spot that I really think would be better suited to what we are trying to accomplish here. As a matter of fact, like Wall of Blossoms and Wall of Omens are very, very good here because they put up blockers against certain decks, but then also give us the opportunity to just simply draw cards when they enter. And there are other creatures like that. Probably Spirited Companion, stuff like that might not be such a bad idea in this deck instead of some of the more expensive, clunkier pieces. So again, very impressed with how the deck did today. We won a lot of games. We had a lot of fun. Brawl has continued to be a format that is way more fun than I expected it to be, and I look forward to continuing enjoying it over the upcoming weeks. So if you're here at the end of the video, go watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is one of the best shows of all time. I am a huge fan and have loved it for years. I say that completely unironically. Absolute magic cinema of the highest quality. Please go watch Avatar. Thank you as always for being here with us on Head Games Arena. I very much appreciate your time, your attention, and as always, take care of your head. Hey gang, thanks so much for tuning in. Click that subscribe button to support the channel and check out our last Brawl video featuring the zombie-infested horde of Ratadravik of Urbor.